What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the P-Bandai high-grade D Gundam First from Double Fake Under the Gundam. Initially a mobile worker composed of junk parts, Darry Neil Guns modified his with a Gundam head to satisfy his inner fanboy, until an attack by the new Summer Project forced him to team up with the Earth Federation and fight against them. Being an entirely new mold, the high-grade D Gundam First features a total of 8 runners, 2 wires, and a sticker sheet. And honestly, the build is one of the most intriguing ones among high grades, despite it taking some conventions from the All Gundam Project and Seed Action System constructions due to the fact that it's canonically made with a bunch of scraps! The construction is extremely stripped down. Hence, despite the use of small parts and stickers, the difficulty is still relatively easy. Gauge placement was fine, so despite some of the richer colors being used, the nubs aren't too noticeable nor troublesome to deal with, although the darker plastic used for the thrusters and weapons may cause a little bit of hassle, while the small stickers can effectively draw out the build time. However, with it being one of those obscure designs from the 90s, the general freshness of the build is a very welcome element to add onto a high-grade difficulty. Aesthetics is where the weirdness begins, and it's not the knowledge that this is a fanboy's enlarged cosplay costume. Having been refined from the line art that is almost 4 decades old, the high-grade D Gundam First manages to look skeletal and uncanny, with barely any armor surrounding its internal structures, as it should because this wasn't a unit designed to fight. And in a way, I do appreciate it for looking quite detached from the typical Gundam design. That being said, even though the design is very old and unconventional, Bandai has put in a lot of effort to translate the majority of the design into this high grade, with part separation achieved for the tiniest of details like the back skirt vent, shoulder verniers, and even a tiny yellow dot on the cockpit hatch. Even then, smaller stickers are used to replicate the minuscule yellow details on the crotch, the red sensor on the chest, head sensors, and, unfortunately, the separate eyes.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
Which isn't a whole lot, though the same can't be said for the missing paint details, as besides filling in all the recesses with black paint, the upper edge of the biceps and the corner on the head box need to be painted in yellow. And all of the thrusters and vents that aren't yellow have yellow inner rims, even the minuscule ones on the stabilizers. Although, seam lines are non-existent on this kit, which further lends credence to the high-grade D Gundam First looking great as it is, and besides benefiting greatly from a simple panel lining job, the casual builder will not have much to touch up for it. Articulation begins with a hinged ball-jointed neck, and while it is flexible for the most part, the left clavicle sensor will hinder the rotation a bit. The shoulders can butterfly out and shrug, while the ball joint provides a shoulder roll and rotation. The shoulder armor can move away for the arm raise, there's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. The double ball jointed ab structure and ball jointed pistons provide great crunches and a restricted rotation that is hypnotic to watch. Front and side skirts can move, while the joint dropping hips that are a little hard to access allow the legs to kick greatly towards all directions. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and hinged ball-jointed feet. Meanwhile, the ball-jointed toe and pegged heel separately provide the ankle tilt and toe adjustment. Finally, the backpack stabilizers can pivot. Altogether, the articulation of the D Gundam First is great, possessing a wide range of motion with no strings attached, and supported by a solid yet fluid structure. Accessories start with a pair of holding hands as well as a left open hand. As for the equipment, those begin with the knuckle crushers on the forearms that can simply flip forward for use in physical melee combat. As for beam melee, there's a single beam saber stored on the left skirt that can be used with the SB13 beams after sandwiching into the hand. Moving on to ranged weapons, and those begin with the beam shotgun. It sandwiches into the hand for use and functions like any other firearm, but looks cool while doing so. Next up is the drill gun, with 2 yellow stickers for the detail. It can be stored on the right skirt, or sandwiched into the hands for use. Additionally, it can be connected into the backpack with a wire to depict it drawing power, while a set of wired adapters can be connected into the tip and gun to fire the drill out. A similar case can be said for one of the wired bombs. To start, both of them featured yellow stickers for the dots and semicircle details, and can be stored on the back skirt as reserves. And while the one with 4 dots can't be used due to the molded-in handle, the other one can be used by connecting the prior wired adapter between the bomb and the handle to depict it being tossed out. Next up is the shield. It's big and yellow and can be plugged into the left forearm with a ball-jointed adapter for the unit's defense. but its more impressive feature is equipment storage. Stored on the top half is the magnet anchor, and besides the sandwiching into the hands for use after extraction, the wired adapter can also be used for launching the anchor out. Conversely, the bottom of the shield stores the rivet gun, which is a very useful repair tool. Similar to the drill gun, both the magnet anchor and rivet gun can connect into the backpack to draw power from the mobile suit. Moreover, besides the two different dummy shells at the bottom of the shield, the white balls are the large bird lime shells that can be detached and rested on the open hand for tossing. Speaking of bird lime, a bird lime gun is also included for a different way to apply the sticky goo. Finally, some extra lengths of wire and a beam saber with its holster are left over for your pleasure. The high-grade D Gundam First is a weird one to comment on, but for all good reasons. Fundamentally, it's a fantastic kit, with its unique background and loadout providing a freshness that the catalog is desperately lacking. The build is nice and easy, with necessary touch-ups being minimal. The wide articulation is supported by a fluid yet sturdy structure, and the armaments with all the gimmicks will leave you spoiled for choice when displaying the kit. Never mind the uniqueness of each and every accessory. The only thing I can think to criticize this kit for is that there really should have been two sets of wired adapters in case both hands are holding grappling weapons, especially thanks to G Generation Eternal. But for what it's worth, I can seriously hold nothing against the high-grade D Gundam First, as it is a design from the distant past that was made into an excellent high-grade kit, in turn springboarding itself into widespread recognition. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and a special thank you to the channel members, credits in the description below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.